As we open today, Prince Namor is being his usual self.
I have received reports of mysterious rays which threaten our land. I know not whether they be good or evil, but as your monarch, it is my duty to seek the source of this menace.
I beseech you first to send a learned crew of scientists to learn of their intent.
'Twould be cowardice if I were not true to my duty. Lord Vashti will be in charge until my return.
How much does he know about the subject? What does he propose to do? He has honor and brute strength. Does he know how to apply them in this situation? But noble stuff requires him to go parade his ignorance and probably get himself into trouble.
The rays increase in density. They seem to be coming from that old Spanish galleon. Strange, there is no object beneath the sea with which I am not familiar. Yet that galleon strikes no chord within my royal memory.
That's inbred Atlantis nobility talk, for this is new.
Perhaps invaders lurk within. If that be so, I shall soon drive them back, for none may challenge my kingdom.
Namor is inside the galleon. Now, Melmo, pull the switch.
Told you. That ship takes him to a whole nother planet where he's taken to meet Prince Beltor.
I, Prince Beltor, ruler of Argon.
I too am a sovereign, and demand to know why I have thus been abducted.
Because your kingdom is the Seven Seas.
And how can that serve your evil purpose?
We are not evil, but my people are threatened with extinction.
What has this to do with me?
Pretty simple. Your kingdom is made of water, and they need water.
This is my chief scientist, Melmo.
No. No. May we let him tell his story?
He will explain.
Listen closely, Prince of Atlantis. This is our story. Many years ago, a comet passed near Argon, ripping our planet from its orbit.
That was either one enormous comet or planet Argon is really dinky.
Argon was sent into space to become a wandering world. In passing, the comet had emanated strange rays, which affected the hydrogen ions so that they would no longer combine with oxygen to form water.
Their solution? Steal Earth's water. But they know Namor will try to stop them, so they're preemptively looking to remove him from the equation. As usual, it never occurs to them to ask for help. I swear, every sentient creature in the universe is a self-absorbed idiot. Yes, that includes us.
I will fight to the death to preserve humanity from the fate you are planning.
Exactly.
What mean you by that?
That is why you were brought here.
To fight to the death.
How come I don't trust that guy just because he looks like a poor imitation of the Mole Man? And if I was exposed to that voice for too long, I think it would decalcify some of my vertebrae.
Because you are of noble blood, we give you a chance to defend yourself. If you succeed, you shall be set free.
And if you fail, the oceans of the earth are ours.
He also has the usual evil laugh. This guy is trouble, we can tell right now. The first thing Namor needs to do is make him eat those goggles so he'll shut up. But here comes his test. Now, nobody in the universe gives these guys or anybody else the right to do this to Namor, but when did rights ever stop a Marvel alien?
Bring forth the defender of Argon.
Hey, you dropped something. Oh, those are supposed to be Namor's weapons.
A true Prince of the Blood needs no weapon. I shall fight with my own strength and wits.
This guy is nothing but a walking gadget, but he's pretty strong, too.
His shield holds me at bay. I cannot come to grips with him.
Once a victim is impaled on the defender's spiked shield, he is doomed. He can never free himself of the ever-growing pressure.
Prince Beltor isn't paying attention. Melanoma is enjoying this. He wants to see blood.
Perhaps I can turn his weapons one against the other. Ah, I did it! I'm free!
More important, all of his opponent's gadgets are broken.
Fire! My one mortal enemy!
Except that one. But Namor has an idea how to deal with it.
With the speed of a whirlwind, Namor flies round and round his foe, creating a vacuum that extinguishes the fires and leaves his opponent stunned and beaten.
Hey, Melleril, mechanical gadgets are no match for this gadget. Okay, he beat your champion, so keep your word. Send him home and give up the plan to pilfer our water.
That so-called defender is a disgrace to our gun.
I do not agree, Malmo. He fought well. We have but underestimated Namor of Atlantis.
We must kill him! Kill him!
Not without honor. Remember, Malmo. This is only the first test.
Excuse me? There was no mention of multiple tests. You told him if he defeated that guy, he'd go free. So you lied. Not very honorable, Prince changed the rules. Namor isn't questioning, even though there are times when just go with it isn't the best option.
Prince Namor, heed me. The second test will be tomorrow. Meanwhile, you shall be our guest.
Your hospitality overwhelms me.
First, you must give your word that you will not attempt to escape. To do so would forfeit your rights to a fair fight, and you would be put to certain death.
Yeah, good luck enforcing that since he just made scrap metal out of your champion. His arrogance is a little misplaced because with a quick move, Namor could grab him and snap him in two. But that wouldn't be honorable.
Left alone at last, a weary Namor ponders the outcome of the next day's trial.
I hear your question. No, they didn't bring that throne into the room just for him. All their guest rooms have them, so visitors feel important.
I pray Neptune will give me the strength to pass the next test. Such a fate as they propose must never befall my fellow Earthmen. What deadly monster is this?
It's worse than deadly. It's trying to give you zits. Namor will defeat it fairly easily, but I think that gives us a good insight into Beltor's honor, assuming he even knows about it and Melvin didn't do it on his own.
What madness is this? Its smothering force engulfs me.
Oh, come on! Let the guy get some sleep! Lucky for Namor, that thing also has a sharp tail with a stinger in it, and it's not immune to its own venom when Namor grabs that tail and plunges it into the creature's own body. How many more inanimate objects are going to come to life?
Brave Prince, you must help me.
A female.
If that's an inanimate object, it beats the heck out of the others. She wants to get his help to rebel and overthrow Beltor. Namor says, I'm honor bound to keep my word. Sorry, can't help you.
She was but an illusion. But for what strange purpose?
Prince Baltor has tested your honor and is well pleased.
Prince Beltor is treating you like a lab rat. I don't see why your honor forces you to go along with that. On to the second test.
A giant centipede. He is upon me, and I can neither swim nor fly to freedom. My body is enmeshed in his web. I am unable to move.
Male centipedes do spin webs, but they're not for capturing prey. They're for mating. He spins a little web and puts his sperm in it. A female finds it, and if she likes it, she takes it into her own body and uses it to fertilize the eggs in her ovaries. That tells us something important. Namor is facing a very confused centipede. He maneuvers himself so the critter's mandibles cut the web off him. It'll be a nice fight, but in the end, he does the old trick of finding a good stick and jamming the creature's mouth open. Hey, everything else aside, this is still a cartoon. On to the third and final test.
A winged reptile.
In layman's terms, a dragon.
That razor-sharp tongue could stab into his victim like a giant deadly lance.
In layman's terms, if it catches me, this is gonna hurt.
He is mortally wounded, but I am caught. I cannot break free.
Imprisoned in the claws of the vanquished creature, Prince Namor falls toward his doom.
No, he doesn't. All he has to do is maneuver himself so that big squishy dragon acts like a pillow and softens his fall. But we need a cliffhanger to go to commercial on.
What is happening now?
Your departure was merely an illusion, Namor. You have never really left our presence.
Then the perils I have faced were illusions too.
No. Had you been defeated, you would have surely perished. But you triumphed. You are valiant indeed, and true to your word. Therefore I must...
No, wait! There is still one more test.
Last time I checked, the prince was in charge of these things, not you.
He has passed all that we agreed upon.
All but the Zono ray.
No, that is not a test. 'Twould be murder.
The defender speaks true. It is too deadly to turn upon a living being.
Even the guy he beat says he passed everything and acquitted himself with honor. Meathead doesn't care about honor, as if that wasn't obvious from the beginning.
Honor, bah! If you have not the courage to do it, I have.
Stop this madness.
It is too late. A ray strong enough to smash an army has already struck the valiant prince.
Why are they standing there instead of grabbing him? Why doesn't one of them go kick him out of the way and turn it off? This is one thing that Namor genuinely can't escape. He can feel himself dying.
Another few seconds and the ray will reach its peak.
So gallant a foe deserves not such a fearful fate.
You are right, defender. But once the ray is loosed, I am powerless to stop.
Break it. Cram Margarine's face into the controls and smash them. Why do they never think of doing damage?
But there is yet a way to save Prince Namor. I die for the honor of Argon!
The fool! He has taken the final blast!
Their defender is dead. He sacrificed himself. Prince Beltor says, Namor will live and go free as I promised him.
No! I am not yet beaten! We shall still possess the waters of Earth.
What is that?
Malmo's water-absorbing machine. He must be stopped.
Hold him off! Too late, Submariner!
He has locked the gears.
Hey Namor, see that nozzle? Take it and go like this. Nobody ever thinks of just breaking the freaking machine. I will never understand why our writers don't consider that. Namor forces the nozzle to a different direction where there's not a whole lot of water to shoot at. And Mudduck may be a brilliant scientist, but he's not big enough to stop Namor.
He has deflected the ray to the Earth's moon! He has doomed us, everyone!
He speaks true. If the bolt rebounds, all is lost.
Destruction all about us, and now Argon is heading for the radiation belt.
What radiation belt? Where'd that come from? And while we're at it, who's the idiot that defied the prince's order, turned the machine on, and caused all this? But he has pretty well lost it.
Baltar! You are the cause of this! You have betrayed Argon!
Malmo, have you gone mad?
Die, traitor!
You have saved my life.
Now, Malmo, I let your monarch decide your fate.
Guards, away with him!
Now that he's not screaming in everybody's ears, they can take a moment to think. Namor has a plan to fix Argon's problem and get them water again.
Now is the moment. My spinning powers must diffuse the deadly atoms. By Neptune, I did it. I could now escape back to Earth. But I am honor-bound to return to Prince Baltor.
Besides, we want to see the look on his face when this happens.
Rain! 'Tis some miracle!
'Tis more than miracle. The radiation belts affected the hydrogen ions so that they combine with oxygen to form water, and in your new orbit, you will never again know thirst.
What can we do to atone for our shameful deeds?
What you already offered. Return me to my people.
Yet again, if they had asked for his help, they would have gotten it without all this hassle. Our ocean water wouldn't have done them much good anyway, because while Mellow Yellow was a whiz-bang at inventing water-stealing machines, he never quite got the hang of building a desalination machine. He tried to tell the Argonians that the water had extra flavor that they'd learned to love, but nobody was buying it.
Stronger than a whale, he can swim anywhere.
He can breathe underwater and go flying through the air.
The noble submariner, prince of the deep, to be ready any demon.
Lord Namor of Atlantis is the prince of the deep.
He calcifies, I can say that, in webs, but now that he's not